Happy Sundays with Cinnamon.
Hello. Hi. I hope it's happy Sundays with Cinnamon, because that's a choice. You can be happy or not. And I wanted to talk about forgiveness today because that also is a choice. And we've talked about it before. Kathleen was mentioning that, and I said you can't talk about that too much because you can't be happy. You cannot be loving without being forgiving. They're all synonymous. They all mean the same thing. You cannot say, I'm a happy person, and hate your sister or hate your husband or not love. You can't be happy without loving. So, and forgiveness is the heart of the matter, because you're either separate and unforgiving, or you're loving and forgiving. And it's so simple that people make it simplistic. It's simple, not simplistic, because simplistic implies that it's trite, and simple implies that it's doable and must be practiced because it becomes easy when it's practiced. It's not so easy just because it's simple. So just like tennis is simple, hit the ball. Although until it's practiced and honed and you become extremely good at it, is it easy. So the ease comes with the practice. And the practice has to be moment to moment, now, because when life shows up in a way that seems hard, you best be practiced at stepping aside and forgiving and taking the hit sometimes and forgiving. And that's why, though I'm not of any particular religious bent, Jesus is my hero, my guide, my consciousness, because of the relentless way he forgave over and over and over.
Gosh.
In such a tender way, to say, they know not what they do. I could weep because he was tapping into the innocence of the people that were killing him. Literally, even murder is not unforgivable. That's why when Robin, my daughter, was shot by a man who was mentally ill, I didn't have a moment's unforgiveness. And
I was there. I saw it.
Yeah, and
that was just incredible.
And the peace, the reward is the peace that comes with it. And watching my daughter use it to promote blood drives and do all manner of amazing, wonderful works with what occurred is proof that if you spend your energy in unforgiveness, you deplete yourself and you don't contribute to making life better than you left it.
How is Robin now?
She's doing really well. Her spirits are up. She's still not walking without assistance, and she's going to have another operation on August 26th, and she's managing it. It is not managing her. It hasn't managed her since day one, and I'm so happy for her. So happy for her that she caught the ball, and it was hot and fiery, and she just managed it until it cooled down some. And it's still heavy, and yet she's managing it, and I'm in awe of it, that she knew how to manage what life gave her, and that's what love does. Yeah.
Gosh, it's so powerful, the act of forgiveness, because then you're not putting your time and energy into all the hatred. You're putting your time and energy into, let's take Robin, healing her leg.
Yeah. She doesn't even like for me to talk about it anymore because of the attention it draws to her. She says, Mom, people put on that uniform and that vest and every day of the world. It was just my turn to show up with the wound and so forth. And so I really respect that, and I don't talk about it that much. It's just that it's worthy of
And I asked.
Well, and it's worthy of pointing to, because it's such an example of living love.
Well, it's trusting the what is too.
Mm-hmm. Goes back to the contract, believe it or
Yes,
not.
it goes back to the
It's a part of
contract
what
and
she
trusting
signed up
the
for.
what is. And I've had some situations that have showed up, unforgivable acts that a lot of people would deem as unforgivable.
That's right. That's right.
And so, just gosh,
If you believe in unforgiveness, then there are unforgivable acts.
Mm-hmm.
If you believe in forgiveness, then nothing is unforgivable.
Yeah.
So
Because it's all here.
yeah,
It's
for
all
us.
here for us. We would not know cold without hot.
That's it.
We wouldn't, and it's true, to experience that is such a high.
Yeah.
To know that there was nothing to forgive in the first place,
Yeah.
because we get to experience.
I signed up for this.
And we get to experience it. And that's what Jesus
Or resist
knew.
it. Or resist it. That's the beauty of the choice. You can accept it as what you signed up for and what will help you to be strong and loving. Or you can say, no, I changed my mind. I don't want to do this. And resist it, because that amazing choice will never be taken from us. You can be miserable. That you have a right to that. You can be happy. You have a right to that, regardless of your circumstance. So make a choice. For me, it's a no-brainer. Let's see, miserable, happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done both. So I know the difference, and I wouldn't trade love and forgiveness for misery. Done.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all done.
So how do you forgive? You breathe in. Know it's all here for you.
You say thank you. In all things, even in the Bible.
And
in all things give thanks. All things. It doesn't say only when you're right, or only when blah, 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 or only when they don't harm your family. It's in all things give thanks. And you're not saying, oh, thank you that my leg got shot off. You're saying, thank you that I can manage this. You see, thank you that love endures all this, anything, and is forever. You're saying, thank you that in my darkest hour, I'm not alone. That love is present. That's how. By being grateful.
We were watching Jim Carrey's commencement speech, and he had a painting that had the light, and then all the people around that are drawn to the light, even though they're the light themselves, they're not claiming their own light, their own power. And there are many people that are not claiming their light, not being who they really are, and they would be described as evil to many people, or sinners to more of a religious, although we don't use that.
Yeah.
Why don't we use the word evil and sinners in Living Love?
Because that just is. I know that if you're going to separate the doer from the deed could be an evil deed.
Yes.
Although to say that the soul is evil, we're all awakening beings, so we're all the same in God's eyes. What we choose to do with our lives is apart from being children of the light.
Yes.
So if
the deed is separate, and so you can focus on the deed and call it evil, or you can focus on that person's soul and light to come hither.
Yeah. Or you can focus on it, call it evil. You can focus on it, call it whatever you want to call it. It is what it is.
So why is the evil, let's say, deed, doer, not the doer, the deed, attracted to the light, would you say? Why do they target the light? Because it's the game? It's their school game?
As a gift to make the light brighter and stronger.
Amen. I'm in it at that. That
Yeah.
was good.
Okay, let's do. Just remember that anything that comes your way, you can use to make yourself stronger and brighter, or you can go down with it.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness, that's the key.
Amen.
Bye, everyone. I
Bye.
love you.